Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? So excited for the holidays and getting everything ready. But I feel very inspired to do a twin flame reading tonight. So we're going to check in the divine masculine and the divine feminine. There's a few things I want to say around that. One thing is that I know that some people don't believe in twin flames. I know that some people have different beliefs on what the twin flame connection is. And what I'm being guided to do is not talk about at this time my own personal belief around the twin flame connection. I do believe in it. I am a divine feminine on a twin flame journey. And what I'm hearing from my guides, and when I go into the Akashic records, I've been guided to the way to work with the twin flame readings is to say that your guides, my guides, the angels, the Akasha, they all honor your particular belief around the twin flame connection, and that is okay for you to honor that, and I also honor that in you. I have heard a couple of different things, that it's one soul split in two. I've heard that it's just an energy, not a person. There are many different beliefs around this. What I'm hearing most from my records is that what the important part to focus on is that you've chosen relationship to be your spiritual practice. And it's just important to you to really look at that word and what that means. And that's really looking at within yourself and taking responsibility for your half of the relationship, your part in it, our part in it. So we are using a relationship as a spiritual practice. We're using our connection to another divine being. So when I speak of divine masculine and divine feminine, I really am one of those people that truly believe that we hold the divine masculine and the divine feminine within us. I have different beliefs around like that some people might or might not have. I have I believe the left side of the body is the divine feminine side, and the right side is the divine masculine. That is something I work with on my own personal body for deeper healing, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. But I really truly believe that that is an energy. It is not gender specific. This can be same-sex relationships and still say divine masculine, divine feminine. This could be transgender. It could be heterosexual, cis. Whatever it is that you are, I honor that, and I ask you to honor that. I am cis. I'm cis female, and so it is easier for me to channel and to work with the typical pronouns, so please excuse that. That is a limit that I have that I've not been able to work around yet. It is just natural for me to think that way, and if I start thinking too much, then I'm not able to channel. So I am so happy and so excited to do this reading and to start twin flame readings on my channel. I'm sending you lots of love and blessings, okay? So we're first going to check in on the on the relationship, like with the connection, seeing where the connection is at and seeing where we want to go with that. I'm using the Soul Tree cards. It's created by Allison Williams Yee. We're calling in all of the archangels: Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Metatron. I ask that this space be created for messages of love, light, connection, and healing. I also ask that Jesus and Mary Magdalene come in with their twin flame, beautiful light and energy and twin flame connection to help guide this reading to a higher place today. Sat now. Okay. The card today that's pulled for the collective is create. And they're just bringing me to the color of the tree, which is orange. It's the second chakra, which is the chakra of connection. It's the chakra of emotions, creativity, and our sexuality. We've chosen relationship as part of our spiritual practice. So really learning, clearing, and balancing our second chakra is really important. And so this card here is where the connection is at. We're going to find where is the divine masculine at this time for the collective. Believe. And do you see how the tree is white and on the end of these pink flowers? And what I'm getting from this is he's starting to believe and starting to become aware of the connection. Even if he doesn't have a word like twin flame or soulmate to connect to it, he's starting to realize there's something going on here higher, beyond his own control mechanisms. The collective that I'm feeling for the divine masculines that I'm connecting into, they feel very 3D, very earth-based. And through this connection, they're learning to start to see that their roots in this connection are deeper than they thought, and that there's something higher going on. And I feel like these flowers here are the blossoming of the awareness in his field of what the connection is to his divine feminine. And it's rooted in the heart. This green color here is the heart chakra. And we're going to connect into, now we're asking about the divine feminine. Where is the collective, the divine feminine collective at this time? The sixth chakra, the third eye, Ajna. Just going to allow you to visually just take in that card, because looking at things visually is a very third eye practice. And what I'm hearing is that the divine feminines have been reaching out to their divine masculine. That they're seeing this connection and they're seeing beyond the situation at hand. I am seeing 3 trees here, so it is possible that in your connection there could be a third party. And the third party could be another partner. It could be the struggle with an ego, really big stubbornness, a job, an addiction. So she's really starting to, what I'm hearing is that the divine feminine is really starting to look at what this really means. What a third party really means to her in her life. But overall, this here, the swirl, I feel like there's telepathic messages. And so the angels are coming in. Archangel Shamuel, hello. He just came in and he's letting you know that any negative thoughts that you are thinking towards him about this situation, whatever it may be, is holding him in that place, and for you to be aware of that. Now you can remove yourself from the situation in some ways for what's in your best interest. if you so choose, but sending loving thoughts towards it and recognizing that our divine masculines are where they're at. And then that's okay. Seeing them for their truth. Earlier today, I got a message with Mary Magdalene and Jesus about seeing the sacred heart within another and not getting caught on the ego, not getting caught on the mirroring of the ego. Do your best to connect to the sacred heart, the higher heart, the oneness in others, but especially your divine partner. And when you do that, you're connecting to their truth, and you're not connecting and focusing and feeding the ego. So when you're thinking those thoughts, and when you connect to their higher selves, to their sacred heart, you're sending and rooting in higher level thinking. I'm not sure if you can hear her, but Lulu is underneath the table. I have a Boston Terrier that is like a little mascot for me. So she's underneath the table right now, and she's making lots of little noises. She sounds like a little piggy to me, but I'm not sure if you can even hear her. Okay, so now I'm working with the Divine Masculine cards by Flames of Alchemy. I'm just going to get a card. Just going to pull a card around the Divine Masculine. And again, not gender specific. Discern. This is the Island Time Wellness. We're just going to get it clarified. What is our divine masculines discerning? Mr. or Ms. Fix It. Don't try to fix others. Heal yourself to attract best partners. People pleasing. Trust the process. So the way that this card is, it's almost like he's looking over here. And in this card is him starting to believe in this connection. But he's in a place of wondering if he's seeing it correctly. He's learning discernment. He's starting to learn what other connections feel like versus this one. And he's discerning them. And it's help feeding his belief. And he's also realizing that there's a part of his ego that likes to be the hero or to fix it, and that he often falls for broken people to be able to try and fix it. And for some, this may be part of their work environment as well, because it comes naturally to them because of their childhood, how they grew up. My Lulu, she's making lots of noises down there. And so the tools here are in an X. So what he's discerning is what is his to do and what isn't his to do. And they're saying be patient with him because he's learning and he's making mistakes because he's learning, just like all of us do. I'm also hearing the possibility of a hot and cold, like a personality that can be very warm and then very cold. And that's the divine masculine learning and learning to discern at a higher level. And in this card, he's a scarf wrapped around his throat, and I'm hearing that the communication can be a problem. And what he does is he likes to be quiet and he likes to look and really discern the situation, really evaluate it. And he's having a hard time coming to being able to speak his truth authentically. but he's seeing it. When I look at this card, I see a divine masculine who's truly starting to see the situations in his life for the truth that they are. He's starting to see who's really there for him and who isn't. And all the while, he has this growing in the background, this connection. He's starting to discern the difference between shallow-based relationships or karma-based relationships versus ones that may have karmic cycles, that may have some drama, but have a feeling that's deep inside of him that he's just learning to discern what it is and figure it out so that he can create from a healthier place and connect from a healthier place. Now we're going to use the Divine Feminine Energy Oracle cards by Flames of Alchemy. Let's see what the Divine Feminine is at. Okay. Wow. Strength. She's in a place of strength. She's learning to see through a healthier way of looking at strength. Not a false strength, not her shield in veils of protection that she's learned along the way, but what it means to really stand true and to see beyond the ego, to see the truth into the situation and into people, and see beyond the illusions. She's coming into her power, and she's learning to create from that place, from authentic power, not from protection power or ego power. So he's starting to believe and discern. And he's also, see the mirroring? He's learning to truly see it by discerning. She's learning to truly see through a higher level and understanding of strength. We're going to get the Island Time Wellness. The Graduate. Oops, I just dropped my cards everywhere. New life phase or stage in relationship. Someone has grown, healed, and evolved. Absolutely she has. Her strength is growing, not with a fierceness. I'm not sure if this is a word, but the word I'm hearing is with assuredness. She's assured. She knows that she's strong and that she has the strength to get through this because she's seeing the truth and she's learning to create from here. And so this is, again, I believe that everybody has an aspect of the divine feminine and the divine masculine within them. And when this fell right on top of the divine masculine's card, I'm feeling guided. The guides are telling me that this is the aspect of the divine feminine where she's at inside of him, where his divine feminine within himself, and recognize that that is actually a pretty direct mirror into you. Oh, wow. Innocence. Oh. I'm feeling a pretty strong, again, connecting to their childhood roots and coming back to their innocence. The divine feminine within them feels like that it was not honored, it was not seen. They were not allowed to be emotional. Their emotions were not honored. And they're learning to transform that. And what I'm hearing is that a lot of the divine masculines have attracted a lot of cold women into their life. And it's shaken them up. But that's because it was something from their childhood in a phase for them to learn. Because they were mirroring out into the world a feminine coldness because they shut down their divine feminine within them. He's having a return to innocence, a transformation, and seeing the world through a new face, discerning so that he can believe in the goodness. And earlier I said that there were people that he's seeing in his life and discerning around. I believe a lot of that has to do with the cold women that he has surrounded himself with. And that's what his divine feminine shook up around him, helped him root in a different belief, because she was not cold. She mirrored a warmth that he had long forgotten but longed for. Absolutely beautiful. Now let's pick a divine masculine card to see where the divine feminine. Oh, hold on one second. They're guiding me. But also, she is seeing the innocence in the situation. And for here, it's that capital I innocence, which means, the truth in the situation, not the hurts. There's a little kid, the neighbor's kid upstairs that just ran over, and I see the outside world as our oracle. She's connecting to her inner child so that she can come from a place of strength instead of false strength, because she had a representation of the masculine in her life that taught her false power and false strength. And that she's starting to recognize and evolve and seeing the innocence within herself to be able to come from a higher place of strength. They're creating innocence to a new level within themselves and within the connection. And we're going to see the divine masculine within the divine feminine, what her side is. And also, it's the same goes for him, that this also is being mirrored in our divine masculines. Oh, they're saying right here. Oh, wow. Faith. The divine masculine within the divine feminine is learning faith. Now, if you look at his face, it's crumpled up and it's almost like dear life, for dear life. But what I'm hearing is that that's where it's been, and that's where that strength was. It was like a false strength that she had before, and that she has graduated. And the angels are saying, Archangel Shamuel is saying, it's okay to move forward. He's giving you permission to let go, to surrender, and have faith. Make your hands, see how he's just clenching. He's like, oh, but when you relax and you let go, it's amazing what can be created from that place of peace versus holding on for dear life. This is the Power of Surrender deck. I'm just going to see what the divine masculine and divine feminine are mirroring to surrender. Surrendering to spirit. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. And learning to create, Because once we surrender to spirit, when we align our third chakra, our power center, to the divine, we're then able to create from a healthier place. And do you see how the yellow is woven into the tree here to create? Because it's divine, we're creating from a divinely inspired place. You've done what you can. And see how there's all this beautiful green and blue? Once we align the orange, once we connect to our hearts, align our will with the divine, we can learn to connect from our second chakra, and we can blend the throat chakra and the heart chakra together so that we can speak and create and walk out into the world from an authentic place and speak our truth with love. And I get a note from the universe card. You were born with it. You were born with that it quality. You can get out there and create. Do you want to know what's really beautiful? Confidence. Learning a new level of strength. Learning to discern from a higher place of confidence. Learning to believe in what you see and discern. Having confidence in it is the next step. Do you want to know what's really powerful? Persistence. Do you want to know what's really sexy? Not needing to be needed. And if still they don't notice your good looks, your strength, and your sachet, could you feel more sorry for them? I'm not a big fan of that last line. What I would like to say around this, and the angels would like to say, that if they still don't notice your good looks, your strength, and your sachet, it's because they're not noticing theirs. They're ignoring a part of themselves. And by ignoring that in you, they can continue to ignore that in themselves. They don't have the confidence, the persistence, in believing in their sexiness. And they're looking for outside ego boosts to be able to fill that void. And what both the divine masculine and the divine feminine are at right now is realizing that they were born with it. They have that it quality. And they're learning to surrender to spirit, to be able to create from a place of higher discernment and seeing the truth in a situation. And now we're going to get a message from the divine masculine. What does the divine masculine want to say to the divine feminine at this time? What does his higher self, if he was in this beautiful place of discernment and power and speaking from his heart and from authenticity, what would he say? I regret how I handled things in the past. So this one fell. This is the first and foremost what he could say. And what I'm hearing is that his 3D self this is where he is at right now, and this is what he would say. And this is more from the 5D place. I'm not giving up on us. I love you. I'm healing and it's painful. As I'm learning to discern what I believe in, before I can create, I'm going through some painful cycles. I'm learning to let go of what's not best for me. And I ask you to please be patient with me. Even if you need to be away from me because I'm toxic right now, because I'm in pain. But I'm not giving up on myself. I am not giving up on us, because I love you. I love you. I love you. My soul loves you, because I'm learning to love myself. What the Divine Feminine would like to say at this time. I'm speaking my truth. I'm standing in my strength. I'm seeing through the truth of this situation. I've graduated. I'm having faith, and I'm speaking my truth. Is there another message from the Divine Feminine? This is the 5D message. We are working together in the astral planes. And she's saying, my love, my love, I'm speaking my truth to you in the astral planes, because your 3D self can't hear me right now. It's not able to see the truth of our situation. Not yet, but it's happening. And I recognize that, so I'm speaking my truth to you. And I promise and vow to love you in the astral plane. To keep the thoughts positive, healing, but also be patient with me as I grow and evolve, because it has been painful for me as well. We are mirroring that, my dear. But I'm going to continue to speak my truth from a higher place of faith and strength, because I really feel I've evolved. I've graduated. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to get we're going to have some fun. So really recognizing that you are born with the it quality, and anything that's been triggered through your connection, through your relationship with your twin, anything that's getting in the way of you recognizing that you were born with that it quality, anything that you heal within yourself. And don't do it for this reason, but recognize that when you're working on yourself, you're freeing up the energy for him to be able to come to a higher level with that himself as well, or your Divine Feminine, if you're a Divine Masculine watching this. But you're both born with the it quality. Now it's time to step into that belief. That's our next step. So we're going to surrender to Spirit with faith and innocence so we can create. Because speaking the truth is really as simple as I love you. And it is that simple. But as humans, we complicate it. All right. Okay. So I'm going to roll some dice for some numbers for some fun. Okay, so we have a 3, a 3, and a 3. So to me, that is the divine. Oops, I'm sorry, guys, you can't see it. So here we have 3, 3, 3, 4, and 2. So there's many different ways of looking at this. You could see 3, 3, 3, which to me is the Ascended Masters are with you. And I see that as Jesus and Mary Magdalene. What Ascended Masters are you working with? What guides? What does 3, 3, 3 mean to you? There's 55 here. Oh, and another 5. To me, 555 is the number of change. But I'm also seeing another number here. 2, 2, 2. But also 333, 333. 3 and 3. I apologize. Sorry about that, guys. So 3 and 3. So 33 again. So 5 threes. 333, 555, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2. The number of divine connection. To me, 222 is a very powerful number. A twin flame number of love and connection. Coming together. Partnering. Okay, now I have these Scrabble cards for some initials. And again, also these can be life path numbers. These can be birthdays. This can be addresses. It can be whatever those numbers mean to you. I definitely invite you to take something personal from those numbers. And if there is nothing personal in there for you, but you resonated with the cards and the message, go with it, sweetie. Just take it and take the message and just know in your heart, without a doubt, that it was for you. Oh, interesting. Two E's. R, D, T, B, P, and K. All right, so you can change those around. They can spell out names or words. Again, initials. It can be yours. They can be your divine masculines. Sorry about that, guys. I thought that it was easy to see. All right, you can pause this and move the letters around. But I know that for a lot of people, that the initials, either yours or your divine partners, your counterpart, their initials will stick out to you immediately. All right. Well, thank you so much. And I wish you many blessings and lots of unconditional love on your path. And I'm so grateful and thank you for listening and watching, and also for being part of this beautiful collective that I am so proud and honored to be part of. Thank you so much. Sat Nam.